And gadoosh, folks. We are back. It's been a little while here, guys. Back with Echelon Racing League here. Let me just turn this off. Do I turn that? Yeah. Nope. We need the camera on, don't we? We need the camera on. Colin, don't do that. There. Now I got it, guys. I just didn't want to see a double image of myself. I am ugly enough as it is. But, guys, we're back here. Data's coming at you through ZMS eSports Studio. That's Damon Bates over in the UK, guys. Shout out to Damon, bro. Man, we put this together. It's so awesome how this works. This is the Echelon Racing League on Training Peaks Virtual, presented to you by USA Cycling, Stages Cycling, Training Peaks, and all the other sponsors, guys. Echelon Racing Promotions here. Guys, I've been away for a bit. Science of Sport, that's our other sponsor. I just couldn't see it at the bottom, guys. I haven't streamed in 2 weeks. I have not streamed in 2 weeks. I took a look this morning. I was loving doing the cyclocross racing. I feel like I really know a lot about it now. How about Eli Iserbit, retired? He had that femoral artery stuff. So he's had surgery. So basically riding a bike, it constricts blood flow to the legs, and it's a pretty serious condition. I do have my good buddy Ruben in the chat here, in the live chat on YouTube. Hopefully we got some more people coming in quickly. Drop a quick comment. Let me know where you're from, guys, if you're racing today or not. And we will be getting some race action here soon. Race action starts at 10 after 9, dudes. So the B's and C's have been this morning. A's are coming up right away. The big hitters are coming. Big hitters are coming. John Chady, SR71 is here as well. Good morning, Colin. Dave, my bro from TO. Dave. Dude. Dave says, happy 2026, Colin, Joey, Jojo, and the Ziggy. Yeah, guys, Joey, Jojo, the amazing, beautiful, wonderful Joey, Jojo, guys, I can't say that enough, is away this weekend. She's at a course in Las Vegas, kind of a last-minute thing. I hope she's having fun. I'm just here holding down the fort, doing all my stuff, guys, just doing all my stuff. Dudes, take a look at the course here today. We are on Let It Flow. We're doing 6 laps of Let It Flow. This is the men's A race here. This is basically going to be going outside. It's a combination of certain courses. Like our very first weekend, we did that little city course. That's called Georgetown, right in the middle there. And if you look at that little thing in the middle, you can see it kind of looks like E.T. from the old Atari game. We went around that in numerous different directions. And I think the next day we actually did a bit of the southern coast there. It was kind of a course around Georgetown. We would zip out onto the ocean, go past the lighthouse, zip back on. Some awesome racing there, guys. This one's a bit different. Gotta say, I don't know if I've ever done this course. I don't know if I've ever done it. I did take... So yeah, Christmas, guys. The stress of Christmas. Horrendous. I don't think people realize how much stress you can get at Christmas time. Christmas, family, New Year's, we've had some health issues in the family. It's been super tough, like super tough. So I'm hoping we can pull that all back together here, dudes. Let's get it. Positivity, firing straight upwards to the sky, guys. Straight to the sky here. Winds currently out of the, looks like the northeast at about 8 kilometers an hour. Glad Dave's here. John Chady, SR71. Dudes, I also took 8 days off the bike. Again, all that stress and stuff going on. I didn't have time to ride. In the pen, John Noonan, Roberto Vukovic, Martin Coffey, Ludwig Karlberg, Ethan Crane, Zach Neer, Timothy McBurney, David Henderson, Nick Glavak, Neil Fry. There's another hitter, Michael Gorton Moller, and Denis Shannonher. Gotta say he's a French guy. Denis. Maybe it's Dennis. Denis. Wonder if he's from Canada. Just kind of putting that out there right away. This is through the ZMS data services here. This data is all provided by Damon Bates over at ZMS. Everything looks super slick here, guys. Let's get after the action here right away. How this works is we're just going to jump right in. We have racing Saturday and Sunday. I thought there might have been another race tomorrow, guys. I'll be back for this stuff. I will be back for more. Here we go, guys. We're in the rain today. Rainy conditions on course. Looks like we have a nice little field. Not a huge field. 12 riders here. I think this will only keep growing over time. This will be, looks like it's 6 laps. We do have a climb every lap, very, very small climb. Let's see how these riders play this out. Ludwig Karlberg coming on the back there in his multicolored jersey. Everyone's trying to get together. A couple of riders off the front right now. And jumping back into the chat, Dave saying Christmas was fun. We had a black ice event the Monday prior, 5 crashes after 3:45 that day, no traction all. And when Dave says crashes, he's talking about himself crashing. Uh, Dave is on his bike every day. That would be Dave crashing. Dave, we had a brutal one too. Between Airdrie and Calgary somewhere, they said there was a huge incident, and I think it was a 120 car pileup. Like just cars, trucks, semis everywhere. By the time you saw the accident, there was no way to stop. We've had some crazy weather. We've actually got a lot of snow on the ground right now. Good thing is we haven't really had anything really cold outside of wind chill. And we've had some minus 20 Celsius, minus 25 Celsius, but it's the winds. If the winds are blowing at 30, 40K an hour, all of a sudden it's minus 50, that type of thing. We're in a nice warm stretch right now. It's above freezing every day. Bring it. I'm sick of it. Ruben saying, hey, John, long time no talk. Yep. John, that's John Shady and Ruben know each other from the Team GRC Discord that I created. I don't even know when I made that thing. I think I made it 2 years ago, something like that, 2.5 years ago. And it's rocking and rolling, guys. On the front right now, we have Timothy McBurney from the US. And Timothy looks like he rides under the banner Project Echelon, I think. You can see under his name there, it says PECH. That's Project Echelon. Remember, Project Echelon, the Echelon Racing team, is a continental team based out of the US. They travel to Europe every year, and they're racing with the hitters. All those guys that are like right there from making the next step up to, the Pro Series, things like that. They're right there, guys. I'm already super excited about it. There's so much racing coming up. Dudes, January 17th, 1 week from today, bros. Tour Down Under starts. The women's Tour Down Under starts. This is the beginning of World Tour racing. I had a friend say, well, that's not really a big race. It's a big race. Guys, it's World Tour racing. All 18 of the World Tour teams, that you need a license to race at World Tour level. Every World Tour team has to show up. Ethan Crane out of New Zealand, Project Echelon Racer, guys. Project Echelon Racer. This guy could have a future career racing in Europe. That's where these guys are at. And when I say racing in Europe, I mean the next step up. These guys do race in Europe. They traveled all over Europe last year. I know they were in, probably Belgium, northern France, doing some one-day races. They did the Volta at Portugal, and I did follow it roughly. In the standings. I couldn't watch the race. That's a race that needs to be on TV. I think it's a 10-day race, and it's harder than most of the other races that are going on at that time. I would just look at the course profiles and be like, what are these guys doing? Timothy McBurney here pushing really hard on the front. 1 second gap right now. We are on the southern coast here right now. So he has a 1 second gap. Neil Fried here. And Neil Fried, absolute legend in the world of esports racing. Moving up right now. Neil is very, very strong. I forget which year it was. And dudes, I should know all this stuff offhand. Again, guys, kind of in a brain fog these days. Yeah, the new year hasn't been kind to Colin. Let's just say that. The new year has not been kind to Colin without sounding too whiny. But I'm allowed to whine once in a while. But yeah, so my brain fog's been pretty bad. I was off the bike 8 days. I just got back on, and I was terrible. My consistency is so bad. I rode 2 days, and then I needed a day off. Yeah, I'm never going to get back in shape, but I'm trying, guys. I'm trying and moving upwards and forward. Dave saying yesterday it was 14 degrees Celsius in Toronto. John saying no talk, but got to ride by you on the big Ruby race. It was nice seeing you. Ruben's been mostly outside riding. What is Dave Singer? I turned into a stripper when it didn't rain. Ripping off all his clothes, trying to be cool. On camera here, guys, take a look at this. We can see Neil Fryett. We can see Ludwig Karlberg and Denis Chanaher. I wonder how you say his last name. Is he French? Does he have a flag beside his name? I'm having a look right now, guys. No, I can't understand. I got to figure out his flag there. Again, McBurney and Fried on the front, a couple seconds, and we've got the chase group coming right now, guys. We're away from the course. We're now heading inland. We're going to learn the route every time we go around. These guys are going to be doing the same thing. Slight gradient here. I remember this from when we did this earlier on. I think it was week 1 or 2 of this Echelon Racing League way back when. Usually we would have taken that turn right there and crossed the bridge and gone back into Georgetown. We're heading on out, guys. A little bit of a downhill here. Minus 1% gradient. We got a 14-kilometer-an-hour crosswind. These crosswinds will impact this race here. Zach Neer riding right now. Looks like he's just going to coast back a little bit. You know, Zach here's pushing, he was pushing 325 watts there when I was watching him. At 325 watts, you're drifting back when you're playing with these big boys here. You are drifting back. Timothy McBurney, 450 watts here. Nice cadence here, dropping it down there for a second. We're still on the first lap. His average right now is 434 watts. Who is this dude here? Who is it? I love it. Dave saying you'll get back into shape. It will take a lot longer than you think it should or want. Dude, I know, Dave. Guys, if you don't do a lot of inside cycling, if you don't do a lot of outside cycling, it's kind of like if you take a week off, it's kind of like taking a month off. It'll take me a month to get all that back. And yeah, dude, I was just not in any brain space to figure out how to ride my bike. I know people say, yeah, you should exercise then. No, it wasn't going to happen. So yeah, let's go, guys. But dudes, I'm so excited. We're back here on Training Peaks Virtual, Echelon Racing League. Really pumped about this. Next weekend, though, Women's World Tour racing at the Tour Down Under, January 17th. Now, that's going to be, we're going to call that one fruity yet nutty, only because it's going to be hard for me to do. I'll do my best to, stage 1, I may or may not make. I don't know. I may make stage 1. Stage 1 is Saturday night for me, 11:15 at night, because it's Australia. And you're going to say, you're not going to do that. Bro, I'm doing it. I did it last year, the last stage race of the year, the Tour of Guangxi. I did that race at night. Very difficult. Very difficult to do. Just absolutely exhausted me. There wasn't a lot of eyeballs on it because it was late at night. I think World Tour racing was winding down, and a lot of people weren't into it. Ludwig here taking a nice breather here. So he's pushing 0 watts. He's part of the Mashup Collective here with that colorful jersey. Going around the far northeast corner of the course right now, guys, they will be tagging back onto the shoreline, the coastline. There might be some winds here. So the winds right now are coming over their left shoulder. So that's what I'm seeing here. We're heading south, and the winds are coming basically out of the east. And the winds have a lot of impact on Training Peaks Virtual. Dave's saying he turned to a sailor with the gusting winds on the way back home. I have learned to tack. Yes, tack into the wind, Dave. You better run. You better run. You better take cover. Okay, I got to think about that one, Dave. John saying he's back at work, listening in the background. I have been pushing hard on the bike. Yeah, dude, John, I've noticed, John, how much stronger you got on the bike. When we first met way back when, yeah, your FTP is way up, dude. Way up. So we still have our one rider up the road, Timothy McBurney here. I should have looked up his name beforehand. I actually didn't know who was fully signed up for the race. Kind of just doing this one full wing it. As I say, full send, guys. Full send. Just flying by the seat of my pants. That's kind of how I do things. I am very organized in life, but sometimes you just got to wing it. Just got to wing it. It's all cycling. Let's talk about some cycling, guys. So, dudes, next weekend, stage 1, 11:15 at night, Tour Down Under, women's racing. You can go online and see all the start lists now. You can find all the stages. I don't know how I'm going to present it, but I'm going to be there doing my thing. Stage 1, I may or may not make, only because there's a late Christmas party at Joey's office, the dental office. Haven't figured out if I'm going yet or not. So obviously, if I'm going, I'm going. If I'm not going, I guess I'm staying up all night and I'm covering a stage race. Let's do that. Let's just park that right there, folks. We're parking that right there. John saying, yes, I'm at work. Listen in the background. I have been pushing hard on the bike. Yep. We said that already. My son now has his own trainer next to me and is pushing me and beating me in power. Dude, I love it. I love it. Guys, so yeah, John's got his son there, and I've seen him in the background. I've seen pictures. I've seen him racing off and on. And dudes, check this out. His name is Red Bunny. I think it's Red Bunny 1. I think that's his handle over on Ruby. That's where he races. So yeah, again, guys, it looks like is it Timothy McBurney at the front still? I think it is. Once we get zoomed in here, guys, I'll figure it out. Yeah, still Timothy McBurney traveling at 53k an hour. I wonder if this guy is like a time trial expert. Riding for Project Echelon, Ethan Crane in second place from New Zealand Project Echelon, John Noonan, Neil Fried in the white colored jersey there. You can just see him right now. Ludwig Karlberg just sneaking up here on the left-hand side of the road, riding the dotted line. Yep, so that's there. Here comes Zach Neer back into the mix, guys. Yeah, this is going to be a banger. It's going to be an absolute banger at the end, guys. Dave saying, FTP, freaky, friendly people, lol. Guys, if you don't know, FTP, for anyone out there that doesn't know, funk threshold power, this is basically how much power can you, I guess the classical term is how much power can you hold for an hour. Now, how much power? Yeah, dude, I'm running 220. Yeah, I'm running 110, whatever, you know. No, dude, if you look at the top here, you can see like we're looking at David Henderson here. Right now, he's pushing 265 watts. So if he could push 265 watts for an hour, this dude can push way harder than that. These A guys push way harder than that. Then your FTP is 265 watts. And there's different ways you can do a shorter one to calculate it. Usually people use like a 20 minutes ramp test, FTP test. And then you take about, I've seen different numbers from like 88% to 95% of it. And that should give you the power you can sustain for 1 hour. So that's what FTP is. P is for pain. P is for pain. Indeed, Ruben. Looks like, guys, this is not a hilly route, but there is that little bump. We're moving up to it right now. And so we're on our second lap. We're only covering about maybe 20 meters of elevation per lap at the moment. Timothy Burney feels fine just sitting out there. Neil Fryatt's leading the charge. They're 3 seconds back. Neil Fryatt, Roberto Vukovic, John Noonan, Zach Neer, Martin Coffey. Let's go, dudes. Let's go. So this weekend, guys, we're on the classical predefined routes on Training Peaks Virtual. I'm going to have to look at the standing, guys, because like I said, guys, I've been out of the mix. 14 days, no streaming. You know, before I used to stream every day. And I knew this would happen this winter. I knew, I was doing cyclocross racing, which I absolutely love, but then things got in the way, and life got in the way, and family got in the way, and stress got in the way. And so I stopped doing it. Apologize for that. And then I took 8 days off the bike and got into a funk. So, dudes, stay focused, stay positive. You've heard all this stuff before, right? Currently just lap 2, guys, here. And watching here, Martin Coffey here, running right around 300 watts, 291 watt average. We're still on lap 2 of 6 right now. So that's our first lap completed. Are we on lap 2 or 6? That's kind of confusing to me. I'm looking at our dot on screen is past lap 2. Well, there's 2 laps before that. Ludwig Karlberg here has got the headband on today. Loving this. Neil has some intensive wind power blasting his direction. You can see his jersey is actually flying in the background here. And I'm going to go with Denis. He's got the camera angle straight up at him. This camera is going to be covered in sweat after this one, guys. Inside cycling, dudes, if you don't know, it's way hotter than riding outside. It's different. They're the same. Mentally, so tough. You can just see there, Ludwig had to, and he's going to have fans on. He had to wipe his whole face down with a towel. He's got a headband on. The amount of sweat that will pour out of you is insane. And basically, you'd have to ride in a fully air-conditioned room, because I ride with a huge fan, and it's not enough. Basically, the fan, when I'm riding, it's just hitting me here. What about my torso? What about my lower body? There's no wind flow on it. So you're just like expending huge amounts of energy trying to cool your body down. In fact, I was going to do that. I'm going to do that today. Okay, it's probably Dennis Shanahan, United States, guys. I thought he was maybe from Canada, but there we go. We got the flag up right now. Dave saying, don't worry about taking time off the bike. Post rest is when you actually see improvement. Yeah, dude. Like I said, didn't stream for 14 days. Took 8 days off the bike. Not loving life. Let's just leave it there. I've been nursing a bit of a chest cold, just slightly. I've just got this hack. I haven't felt. So, guys, this should be lap 3 we're on now. Yeah, this is lap 3. We've completed 2 full laps. We're on the 3rd lap now. This could probably only be about a 45-minute race, guys, which is perfect for me to launch back into my streaming. Again, guys, when I start back up next weekend, if it's not Saturday night, and I will do every bit of coverage I can. So I'm there from the start to the finish, whatever I can see. If I'm not there Saturday, like I said, there's a Christmas party. I may or may not be going to it. Just figuring that out. I will be there for sure Sunday night, right through. I think the women's race is 4 stages, and then we go right into the men's race. Yeah, Ruben's saying he uses 2 of those very good fans. Yeah, so guys, I was going to say, I want to get a really good digital thermometer in this room, because when I'm finished my rides, even though I'm out of shape, it's honestly like a swamp in here. The humidity level is so high in this room. It is so hot, this room. So I got a vac master up here, guys. You can't see it. Well, you can kind of see there's a shelf here because my hand's disappearing. It blasts right in my face. It's the best fans you can buy for indoor training. You need massive airflow. I leave that fan running for a couple hours minimum just to get this air out of this room. And we're talking like a puddle on the floor. It's just massive. I did some research a while back here, guys. We've got Timothy McBurney on the front. We're just flying along here, guys. Neil Fryatt, huge sprint here, guys. He's got a huge sprint on him. And again, I'm going to jump back, you guys. I think it was the Zwift Academy, not Zwift Academy. It was some Zwift racing I watched. It was the Zwift Championships. Maybe it was last year. I think Neil Fryatt won all of it. I think he did. I forget the formats. They had like a sprint weekend. They had a climbing weekend, and it was Neil that won it. I think I could have been watching something a little bit older on YouTube. So pretty impressive to see Neil Fryatt here. Dudes, absolutely one of the best eSports riders in the world. Let's throw Zach Neer in as well. Where's Hayden? Hayden's not here, is he? Hayden is not here, so Hayden must be doing something different today. Farm Watts is not in the house, guys. And again, Timothy McBurney, just fine to sit on the front here. Just hammering away up there, guys. I think we're all together here. Let me just take a quick look. I want to see if everyone's here. Yeah, everyone should be here. All these A racers, they know how to race. They've done this before. It takes a little bit of getting used to the platforms as to how the draft works. Remember, all these platforms, there's little slight differences between them. So you need to learn how to draft virtually. So there is a big draft effect here. I'm really liking the wind here. I wonder if the guys are really feeling it out there. If they can use it to crack. There is a bit of a climb here right now. Little 1-2% gradient here. And I know at the first weekend, people were attacking there, camera zipping around here. We're now on Denis for a second there. Denis is on the camera and bouncing to Neil Fryatt here. Neil, let's get that camera lowered down a bit. I want to see more action of the lower body. Neil, guys, I know what it's like, guys. You set your camera up, and then it's... Dudes, I do this. I don't ride anywhere near these guys' level. But when I do a ride, I jump on my bike and my camera, it doesn't even show my head. And I'm like, unclick, get off the bike, half wipe out every time I get off the bike, set the camera, then it's too low, and then it's too high, and then it's too sideways. Neil out of the saddle here, guys. Very common way of riding inside. You can generate huge wattage. Remember, inside riding is all about wattage. If this was outside, Neil would turn into a sail, and it would slow him down. So you can stand and just bang on the pedals when you're riding inside. It's all about generating maximum power. Generally, if you were going to go on a breakaway outside, you might stand for a second and then you're gone, and then you're sitting. You want to get as low pro as possible. As I like to say, you like to go full Countach. You know what I'm saying? You go full or you could go full Lambo. Just get as low as you can. You need to stop all the aero resistance and you need to get away. Back on the front again, Timothy McBurney. Neil Fryatt sitting in second place. Roberto Vukovic's right there. We got a nice group here, guys. Nice group today. Dudes, I'm glad I made it. I'm glad I made it. Bros, we're back. We are back. Dave's saying, why hasn't anyone just attached a flywheel to a big... Yeah, exactly. Generate your own fan. Power your own cooling fan. Dude, Dave, I thought about it, like the amount of like work we put in. It'd be really cool if you could put like a generator on your trainer and generate some electricity. But the problem is it creates resistance. Even that generator belt creates resistance, which is going to hurt your cycling. But it'd be really cool to do it. Like I would love to take some of the heat that gets dumped out of my machine and somehow capture it and put it somewhere to use later. I mean, that's what we should be doing. Everyone's all together, you guys. Got 12 riders in this group right now. Probably tomorrow, we might see some different racers here. We may see Hayden back. I'm not sure. Remember, everyone's getting kind of tuned up for the U.S. Nationals. Part of U.S. Nationals is that you had to participate at some point in the Echelon Racing League, kind of like almost as a qualifier. Dave saying Max Headroom must love this type of riding. Some people say I look like Max Headroom. I've heard that before. I get a lot of strange ones. What are the ones I've heard? The ones I've heard the most, Max Headroom, Gordon Ramsay. I'm like, come on. Can we not get someone better looking than that? Nah, it doesn't work for me, man. Was not blessed in that department, guys. Let's go, guys. We're deep into the inside cycling season. Everyone is banging it out on inside. Everyone's doing all the training. It's an important part of the season. These dudes don't just park their bikes for the winter. They've got to keep training year round. It's getting so competitive that it's just how it has to be done. You have to train every day. I can probably tell you here right now that none of these A guys take days off. I'm almost going to guarantee they don't. It's just, I know for myself, riding every day, and like I just finished telling you guys, I didn't ride for 8 days straight, so mentally it wasn't good. It's just a mental thing. You know, some days I just tell myself, hey dude, you're just going to go on, you're going to ride 15 minutes. And when I'm done, I'm like, you know what? I didn't just lay on the couch. I didn't just lay on the couch overthinking things. I got productive. I made it happen because I think 99% of the world would just overthink things. Just do it. Dave saying in the thumbnail, I see Ramsey. Max, not so much. Matt. Oh yeah, Matt Fewer, whatever his name is. Frewer is another good. Indeed. A little bit of a replay action here. We go to the kind of the classic look. It kind of tones down all the colors here. We're going to be seeing this replay huge at the end, guys. Dudes, expect like a huge kick out of Neil Fryatt. I've seen Ludwig do a big kick before. Neil is known to have a huge kick at the end. So we're going to see some massive wattage at the end. It's going to be an absolute Watts apocalypse. The Watts-amageddon, guys. And you can see the gap here. Look at this. Look at this here. Timothy McBurney has a small gap over John Noonan here. Now, the wind here should be coming out. This is going to be a tailwind here, guys. So that's maybe how they got that bit of a gap. They got into the tailwind first, kind of gapped the field a little bit, and got to pull away. Here we see it. John Noonan's coming back up on Timothy McBurney's wheel right now. And we got the chase group here. Should be 10 riders in this chase group, guys. Going past the lighthouse. Again, winds here will be now over their right shoulder. Kind of coming across their shoulder. A little bit of a crosswind. But you can see they have a gap. They have a gap. 7 seconds back to Zach Neer. Zach has all the talent in the world to bring this back. This is a very, very fast section of the course too. You will see speeds probably hitting 65k an hour just coming up here in a little bit. You will see that. Just going to check in with Damon here. Make sure Yeah, I saw that too. Um, they're saying there's another camera. Okay, weather changes differently. Yeah, we got multi. I guess we got multiple versions of Training Peaks running here, guys. Okay, I'm trying to have a look here. What is going on? Roberto Vukovic? Is Roberto out the back, or is he trying? No, Roberto's trying to bridge across. We've got a small group forming at the front here. So we've got Timothy McBurney and John Noonan at the front. This is the fastest segment of the course through here, guys. They just came out of it. They're going to be turning off the coast, heading back inland right now. It's Vukovic jumping across, and all the other guys are coming too. They're all coming, guys. Up that little 1% gradient here, you actually really feel this 1% here. So yeah, guys, you can see here we're going from rainy to sunny conditions. Multiple versions of Training Peaks virtual running to capture all this data for you, so you can have a different look all the time. I guess that's how we'll think about that. I guess. What's Dave saying? Dave's saying with all the kicking, the Rockettes should be here recruiting. Also surprised the What's Up isn't a major sponsor. Dave, who's What's Up? What am I missing? I've lost that one there. Looks like Neil Fright on the front, controlling the front here now, guys. Neil has sat on the front. Look at this here. Interesting here. Neil gets to the front and kind of dials it down a bit. He's just slowed it down there a little bit. Ludwig takes over from the Mashup Collective here. And it's McBurney going through again. McBurney's going through right to the front again. I got to look this dude up after. I got to look this dude up. See who he is. McBurney's gone. Neil's going with him here too, guys. 4 full laps almost completed here, dudes, on this little bit of ascent that we do every time around past the lake on the left-hand side. We don't take the Y there to the right. We kind of skim along the side of the lake. You know what? I think I might have done part of this course on a different route. I remember that lake very well. So remember, you usually loop around all these things. I'll be on the bike today. I don't know when. Again, just feeling super unmotivated these days. Guys, I need to be turbocharged. I need some motivation. Guys, send me some motivation. Drop me some comments in the video. Let me know. Give me some motivational words to keep me focused. Roberto, Neil Friant, Zach Neer, Denny. I'm saying Denny. One N, you become a Denny. If it's one N, it's Denny. Martin Coffey, Ludwig Carlberg, Timothy McBurney here, David Henderson. Okay, that's the first time I see David's name. Sorry, David. David Henderson here, USA rider in this group. But again, McBurney on the front again is not afraid to set the pace, set tempo at the front, trying to wear these riders out. Neil Friant watching them closely. By now, dudes, they'll have learned the course. They know where the attack points are. They know where they are. So remember, too, guys, 1 kilometer from the finish, you're going to see 2 red flares, like red smoke flares on the side of the road. I think it's 1 kilometer from the finish, unless they've changed that. That's when you're going to know when we're coming to the very end. We still have 2 complete laps to go. Actually, less than 2 complete laps to go. We're 28 minutes into the race. We've completed 4 full laps in 20 minutes. So it's like 7 minutes per lap. We are flying. We'll be done in less than 14 minutes. Smoking, dudes. Smoking. What's up? WhatsApp. Fitness section. I got you, dude. Dave's saying the next step in smart training is weather affecting the riders. Yeah, dude, I don't know how they do that. You could do it. I could see them easily putting in like a bit of a rolling resistance, something like that. There are applications already that are doing that. I mean, quite a few do it. So when you hit gravel, it's going to increase the rolling resistance. So it's going to slow you down a bit. So then you want to use a different style of bike on that terrain. They could do that. The rain, well, yeah, you're not going to be spraying water on yourself. But I would think that with there being like a heavy rain, increase the resistance a tiny bit. Maybe something like that. Wheel spray, if you're not on the front, would be interesting. Yeah, people just throwing buckets of water on your face as you're riding by. I would love it. I would love it. The occasional crash, just throw yourself off your bike, land up on the floor. Let's go, guys. Let's do this. Denny looking good here. He's got that head bob going on. I know that head bob well. Got the head bob on. It's really cool seeing how different riders ride. You see this all the time, even at the very, very top pro levels. People ride different. They have a certain body movement as they ride. Some people kind of do the surge like that. Other people are doing this, back and forward. It's just whatever you're comfortable doing when you ride the bike. Rear wheel spin on on slick surfaces on a smart trainer. Yeah, they could just, you know what they could do? They could just let all the resistance off in the back end once in a while and making you spin out. That they could do that easy. I don't know how they could do it quick on the fly. And the problem too, Dave, is that there's so many different styles of trainers. They're not all equal. Certain trainers can do it. Certain trainers can't. Um, at this level of racing we're doing here, guys, there's no one here on cheapo trainers. Timothy McBurney, though, flying away again, averaging 414 watts here. Looks like he might be trying to pull a pucker. We might be getting a little. This is kind of a farm wants maneuver here. Get off the front and just go. Get off the front and disappear. Ghost these guys out. You become a ghost. They don't even know where you are. They start wondering, where is he? Okay, I don't see him. Can't see him around the corner. There's going to be some reaction here now, dudes. There has to be reaction here now. You can see Neil Fried on the front here, decked out all in white jerseys, so confident, so aggressive. I love it. If you're wearing white bib shorts, you know what you're doing. White bib shorts for the win. I need a set. I'm going to buy a set. I need cash to buy a set. I like to say that all the time. I ain't buying nothing, guys. I ain't buying nothing. Strict budget here. Cycling stuff, keep it tight, Colin. Keep it tight. Stay in the pipe, 5x5. Let's go. Yeah, look at him. He's easily pushing 450 watts solo by himself. Pretty decent cadence here, so he's not pushing a small gear here. It looks like we've lost one rider. I never saw we lost that rider. Timothy McBurney's are Noonan, Karlberg, Vukovic, Ethan Crane, David Henderson, Zach Neer, Martin Coffey, and Nick Glavak in that group there. There was 12 riders here. We have lost one rider at the back. So I missed who that was during my constant rambling. Yeah, John Chady. John Chady in our group, the master of white shorts. The master. Actually, God, yeah, I can't. Maybe they were like a light gray, even more aggressive. How about a skin color? What if you wore like skin colored shorts, like flesh colored? Could you imagine that? That is when you've taken it to the whole next level. A whole nother level. Very aggressive. Yeah, white bib shorts in the rain at a cyclocross race, and not the good white bib shorts, the ones that have no protective coverings there. So, yeah, you're just kind of out there, guys. Just kind of out there. Not a big deal. Don't worry about it. Walk it off. Ooh, power coming here, guys. Power coming here. Power coming here. Look at this big attack here now. 800 plus watts. Pushing hard here, trying to make a break on this hill. Zach Neer here, guys, is trying to bridge across right now, trying to get up to McBurney. He knows now's the time. McBurney's capable of riding solo by himself. Zach says, welcome back, bro. Welcome back. I'm right here with you. I'm just going to roll by you here. Here comes Vukovic, white jersey, black shorts, and I can see Neil Fried coming up in the background here. Wonder if we're going to have any counterattacks right over the top here now. Neil, I'm going to say Neil wants us to go to a sprint. Like he wants to sprint these dudes at the end. Super Mario, that's right. And John saying, I always wanted a Mr. Goodbody kit. What's Mr. Goodbody? I don't even know what that is. Okay, there's Neil right there. Decked out in white, guys. Yeah, huge attack by Zach there. So, guys, Zach's average power before that attack was, I think, 307 watts. He was pushing 800 watts all the way across. To get back on with Mr. McBurney here. Muddy Butt would slow down the chasers indeed. Neil Fried on the front. Zach Neer's in the mix. Timothy McBurney. Roberto Vukovic. Sorry, dude. Denise there. Ethan Crane. Zach Neer. Coffey. John. David Henderson. Ludwig Karlberg. So all 11 riders are here. I think we have one rider. I think I'm just seeing one rider off the back. I think I just saw that there. Let's have a little look. Colin's eyes? Well, we don't know. Nope, I think they're all together. Sometimes I don't know how to count either. Yeah, there's one rider back there. Definitely. I'm seeing one. Yeah, here we go. Thank you, Damon. So we do have Nick Glavak here off the back. So Nick is riding just off the pace. It looks like Nick's just, he's done for the day. He's had his ride. He's pacing himself, and off the front, McBurney's going again here, guys. Trying to take advantage of the downhill here. It's only a 2% gradient, but man, this is going to be a speed boost right here. This is a Super Mario Kart style speed boost. With those little arrows, and he's going to fly down the hill. 59 kilometers an hour. It's going to stretch that group apart, and if you're not paying attention, you can be spat out the back real quick. It's only about a 10-meter gap. Vukovic's trying to cover this. Denis right there as well. I could see the all-white Neil Friot just lurking in the background there, guys. Just lurking. 1 lap to go, dudes. 1 lap to go. Cooking here. So it's looking like it's just under about 7 minutes per lap. Neil comes by right now. I wonder if he's going to decide, yeah, I'm not leaving this till the end. Everyone else has to react here. Here comes Ludwig Karlberg. More right, yeah. So here's a little quick replay. This is Neil coming by, and you can see the instant reaction in the background. There's riders jumping right now, trying to get back on. They don't want Neil to go solo. It is all together. Big sprint coming up, guys. Big sprint. We're going to be watching for those red flares. Oh, Mr. Goodbody was the skinless person. Okay. So yeah, dudes, Colin's home alone this weekend. Jojo is in Las Vegas doing her thing. She comes back Tuesday at lunchtime. Here's Martin Coffey right now. Flamme Rouge Racing. God, Flamme Rouge Racing. That's who Martin Coffey is with. Okay. Dudes, I was talking to... Oh, what's his name? I think his name's Rich Vale. Is that his name? I think he might be the main guy for Flamme Rouge Racing over on Zwift. Someone said, hey, dude, you should be doing some Flamme Rouge Racing videos. And, dude, I'm always looking for race videos to do. If you're part of a good organization... okay, whatever. I don't even know what I'm saying there. If you're part of a good race series, a good race event that gets good numbers of people and stuff, message me. Send me a message. I'll try to do it. Lately, I've been kind of absent, but yeah, sorry, guys. Sorry. That's all I can say. Trying. Yeah. McBurney, still 417 watt average here. Watch for Neil Friot here coming at the end, guys. We are not far now. Currently at 29.5 kilometers into the race. I think this race is 32 kilometers in total. So again, I'm going to call out those red flares when we see them. Denny doing his thing, looks very composed here. Neil Friot, yeah, just different styles here. Different styles. I don't have a full camera view of Denny, but I think he's a sit-down rider, which I like. And again, dudes, it's just inside cycling is different than outside cycling. You don't have to worry about the aero drag. And here comes Neil. You could see here Neil's avatar has flown right up now. He was out of the saddle, pushing super hard. That he bridged right across here. He's hoping to drop some of those guys out the back. I think the majority of them are still there. Yeah, here's a replay here of Neil doing this. Here he comes back. He's back on McBurney's wheel. The next time this is happening, you're going to see the afterburners kick in. You're going to see the mother of all bombs go off. And it's going to be a sprinter going for the finish line, guys. Dave Henderson here. Okay, just backing up here, guys. See how many riders we've got here. Okay, more riders trying to bridge on. This looks like Denise just bridging back on now. We still have John Noonan, Martin Coffey, and Nick Levac out the back there. The majority of the I think we have 8 or 9 in this group, and a couple of riders just falling off the back. Oh, we've got some family support here. I love it. Ludwig's got his kid here in the background, the baby. The wife's probably in the back and cheering him on right now, saying, honey, if you don't win this sprint, no supper tonight. Less than 1 kilometer to go, guys. We're less than 1 kilometer out. We just saw the red flares in the background there. Attacks are going to go off now. Zach Neer off the front. Ludwig reacts. He's got baby Ludwig over on the side here. Ethan Crane, Project Echelon Racer, legit Project Echelon Racer, continental level rider here, going for 2. Roberto Vukovic in the mix, the German rider, and Mr. Neil Friot. He's right there. So let's go. Neil's out of the saddle now, smashing the pedals. Smash, smash, smash. Just destroy them. We're going, guys. We are going here. Less than 400 meters to go. Vukovic is on the front, dudes. Did he go too soon? Rider, I think he backed off a bit. Now he's going again here. Zach Neer comes up now. Zach knows Neil is right there. Ludwig's gone, guys. Ludwig's going. I've seen him do this before. Neil Friot's chasing him. Ludwig is holding... no, that's Denny's numbers there. Neil Friot goes by Ludwig Karlberg. Neil Friot takes the win. Dudes! Ludwig Karlberg second. I think Denny got third. Zach Neer fourth place there, guys. Whoa. Awesome move, Ludwig. Neil Friot, though, dudes. You know, Guys, I've seen him race a lot. I've watched him over on Zwift. He's an absolute savage. Here in the replay, you just watch the power going by. I would love to have seen Neil's numbers there. Man, you can see there, like even Ludwig was pushing over 1,000 watts, and Neil's going by him. Yeah, I know Neil has a big sprint. And that's why I said it earlier, guys. I've seen him sprint before. He wants a sprint. He wants to finish it with a sprint. Yeah, Dave's saying, like, yeah, now's the time when you yell, shut up, legs. So hopefully, guys, we're going to get some standings here right away. I feel really pumped up right now. I'm just freaking pumped. Yeah, guys, I'm getting it today. I'm getting on my bike today. And I'm going to go pretend I'm going to dominate some people in the inside cycling world somewhere. Guys, if you notice here, you can see I'm kind of disappearing in and out. This part of my jersey is green here. So it likes to kind of like, make me disappear because I'm on green screen. Yeah, guys, so Echelon Racing League. This is Saturday's race. We will be racing again tomorrow. Look and see, we got something coming through here. ZMS Data Services, Damon. And here we go, guys. Neil Fry at first place. Ludwig Karlberg second, only 0.577 seconds back. Denny, okay, I did see him come in third, just squeaked by Zach Neer. Roberto Vukovic held on for fifth. John Noonan in sixth, 5 seconds back. Ethan Crane seventh at 6.7 back. David Henderson, 8th place. Timothy McBurney in 9th. And Martin Coffey in 10th place. There were 2 other riders out there. We lost one rider really early on. There wouldn't have been an 11th place. I think 11th would be... Well, I did see Nick, so Nick gets 11th place. I'm calling it right now. That's official. I just made that up. I don't know what happened there, really. Anyway, dudes, really fun to be back. Love seeing these big names here. We've got some, we've got at least 2 names that are some of the most recognized names. Wow, tomorrow, guys. Take a look at tomorrow. Dragon's Flight, 1 lap. Looks like it's about 27 kilometers. We got some climbing in here. We do take on some of the steeper sections here. Not the biggest climbs on Training Peaks, but we're going to see the climbers come out and play tomorrow, guys. It may not be a sprint finish. It's flat for a sprint finish, but those climbers got to hang on before that final descent into the finish line. You can see there, looks like at about kilometer 21, you're going to be cresting the top of the final climb. Then it's downhill, pretty much all the way to the finish for the next, 6-7 kilometers. So as a climber, you need to get out there and you need to smash the living snot out of those sprint guys. That's what you got to do. Great racing. Yeah, dude, awesome racing here at the finish, guys. Absolutely love it. Dudes, again, this is Colin, Inside Cycling World. Please support my little channel if you can. I'm ramping up for the new season here. Try to make it grow. Support the channel if you can. The more support, the more I can do. It's a struggle, guys. It is a struggle these days. But dudes, Echelon Racing League, Training Peaks Virtual, we're here. And Dave's saying you got to keep them separated. Yeah, guys, it's just goofy. It's fun here. I love doing this. I'm going to see you again tomorrow. Guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you real soon. Thanks, guys.